we talking about?
See you guys later. Good night.
That's it. That's
Actually, guys, I gotta get to bed. My mom's calling me. Just leave midway or
You just see a shark on the phone. Sorry, guys. It's a great white.
Your mom's calling you to bed?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, man, I'm not here to judge.
There you are.
I don't know what the hell I'm here for, to be honest with you.
You're here just like I asked you
We're
to
not
be.
live on your Twitch right now.
Oh,
Yeah, refresh it.
That's a lot of water, dude. I guess as a shark.
Well, he's a shark. You gotta pour it over your head, dude.
I ain't pouring that over my head. You kidding me?
My
Die.
my
That's what I'm trying to do.
My secret Santa gift is behind me, dude. You see it?
Oh.
Can I see it?
It already came?
Yeah. One.
Who got it for you?
Because if I didn't do it this week, I probably would have forgotten. To be honest.
How do I get this?
I just got an email from a dude named Scott Roberts, and it says, "It'll be black people who won this election."
That's it. That's the whole email.
Yeah.
I hope that it was all in the subject line too. With no.
Actually, it says right here. It says, "We are powered by black organizers." That's it. That's the email.
All right.
Sounds like an efficient, source of power.
You can't say that, Harrison.
Okay, so it says,
you can't say that.
Why not?
There's problems with that statement.
Actually, there's more to it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so it says, "We made it, Alexander. We did the work. We cast our ballots. We made our voices heard. And now we wait for results to be certified to put an end to the terror this administration has inflicted on so many of our communities."
Whoa, political. I'm not ready to be political on here.
I'm just reading my email. I'm not saying
I'm
I picked a
glad
side.
that they are reaching out to the shark community.
Yeah, it says,
I know,
"Make no mistake. We black people choose our next president."
As it's just on Sean, you're like, bro, I'm a great white. It's in my nature. I can't change who I am.
They have a shark mailing list.
They have Bruce and they have Alex. That's all they got.
2 guys.
Oh, also Mortal Kombat 11 is now available.
Mortal Prime 11?
Mortal Kombat.
It's been
I
available.
think I like Mortal Crime better.
Hey man, they just sent me this at 7 o'clock, so.
You went a year late. Do you just not check your emails?
He's on Internet Explorer.
I literally just got this email.
Can your podcast please just be Alex reading his emails every time?
We had no. I think
this will be the news hour with Alex.
I think we're gonna have a few rules. I think the first rule is the Pizza Bully check-in.
Oh, good call. I checked like 20 minutes ago, but I'll check again.
Oh, Alex, you have echo.
I do?
Yeah, fix your microphone.
Okay,
I think it's your headphones.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo from him at all.
I mean, I turned it down a bit, but I just don't. I know.
Maybe your headphone, like your right and your left headphones, are out of sync.
No, they. I don't wash them
Please
today.
check Get Good.
Yeah, can you go to your? So open up your device settings. Make sure Get Good is checked off. All right, here we go. We're back at it again. Nothing in promotions. Nothing in social. Nothing in primary. So once again, Pizza Bullies is providing awful customer service as well as awful food.
If
Like
there are
awful
any Pizza
wings.
Bullies employees watching the stream, please,
Yeah.
it's your business.
If anyone who happens to work at Pizza Bullies and is watching this on Twitch or YouTube, first of all, subscribe. Second of all, contact Harrison.
Leave a comment below.
Yeah, leave a comment below tagging Harrison.
Smash that like button.
Smash that Bullies button, bro.
Smash that Bullies button.
What'd you say in that voice?
Call Pizza Bully. So, how did you reach this demographic, the Pizza Bully representative demographic of Twitch?
What? Oh, I'm just, Pizza Bullies runs in our blood.
Oh.
Yeah, we got ragu in our veins.
We got
I think if you go into the music section of Twitch, you'll probably actually find some Pizza Bullies employees.
You'll find Tony Rigatoni.
Yeah, and Paulie Bapa Booey.
And what is a tomato head?
Yeah. All of them work at Pizza Bullies.
They're
I
also
feel
doing
like
their own podcast.
if we all pull it in together, we could have our own like Pizza Boys.
Bowlers franchise.
Okay, Terrell.
Picture.
Okay, Terrell.
Look at the golden goose on top of his head, dude.
At least I have it.
Damn.
True. I'd rather be bald.
Oh.
What if Harrison is just
Whoa,
bald, but he
whoa.
dyes the skin hair on the part just blonde?
Can't just die.
No, it was I have Benjamin Button hair. I was born with it real long, and as I get older, it comes back.
What a loser!
It just moved above his lip, you know.
It's very common.
I probably should have said that for people joining us today, we have Baby Yoda,
Yes.
we have Harrison,
Yep.
we have Sharkman, and we have myself. Apparently, twice, double feature.
You're the star of the show.
Hey, baby.
I'm just staring at myself. I'm sorry, I'm staring at myself and how ugly I look.
Does anybody have anything that they would like to say to Anthony when he watches his stream back in the future?
Yeah, 10 years from now when you're all dead.
I told you that
That's what
retard.
I'm saying.
You didn't want to
Yeah.
listen. I told you she was a catfish.
This is fact.
Terrell, you can't say this on there, bro. It's a bad word.
Why? She's not a real person.
That's a
She's
bad
not
word.
real.
It's not a bad word if it's literally her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally her name. Retard. R-E for anybody who may come across this in the future historians. It was R-E.
Stop! No, Terrell, serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. I don't want this info out there.
That's one strike, mister. I don't want anybody to know I got catfished, okay?
Yeah.
I have admin powers too, dummy.
No, I'm just being. How? I just got admin powers today. Brandon, you're cheating on the admin powers group.
Oh, he's muted.
Oh my god. Anyway.
It's a successful first day. I mean, this is Harrison's job. I should probably say this is casual H_H on Twitch. Yeah? That's it, right? Casual_H?
Yeah, you got to spell out underscore, though. That's how you find it.
I kind of hope this is recording because I can't tell. Like to Twitch.
Oh my god.
To Twitch?
No, like afterwards, or I can put on to where I can download the clip.
Well, it should automatically. You have it set up to automatically download?
Not download, but I think post.
Yeah, it should stay there for like a week or something like that.
Like
Okay.
a VOD? Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Twitch setting. That's a Twitch
Oh,
setting.
then it's on. I haven't turned it off then.
Okay.
Why is my thing not charging?
So no
So,
pizza
Anthony,
bowl. Yeah, what's up?
There were maybe like 3 weeks in a row that you said school is finally over. So it's hard to believe you anymore.
What do
Is
you mean I
school
said
over?
it's over? No, I said my school work was over.
Right. Well, you said that a lot, though.
Yeah, because it's so.
Or did you just mean for like that day? Or that
Yeah,
moment?
for that day or that weekend.
So you're just like announcing things
Yes.
about yourself.
I announced when the dishes are done and when my homework is done.
Yeah. Well, we need to know when we can
Oh, that
enjoy.
picture's even better.
Yeah.
I like how there's no SpongeBob, but just the original.
I'll be right back.
Just gonna leave in the middle of it.
Oh, the middle. Bro,
Yes,
that's a
sir.
straight drink.
Yeah, this is gonna
Oh,
be a
it's
short.
middle?
You know what I
Oh
mean.
wow, it's already.
You know what I
nine.
mean.
We're already halfway through, boys.
All right, so what do you?
Easy.
I thought you had questions and stuff.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, it's just open. It's just open chat. I mean,
When
for
do we get paid?
Discussion? Yeah, when do I get my? When are you gonna run me my check?
I know
When's the
Terrell
picture?
wanted to talk about music.
Oh,
Right.
no, I thought we were doing. I thought you and I were gonna do a music chat, but I mean, I'm down to talk about music.
I mean, I feel
anytime.
like the more people we have, the better better conversation it would be, regardless.
Yeah, but you're talking to somebody that doesn't know much about music. To be
Yeah,
honest.
but you doesn't have to be everything that Terrell knows that you know. It's you can learn.
Sure, I know a lot. I'm pretty well versed in almost.
Yeah, not gonna
almost
lie. When
everything.
you
Yeah,
guys
Terrell likes
talk,
basketball
make me
players
feel
Chuck West.
stupid.
He likes basketball players Chuck West.
So check.
Like I listen to you guys talk about music, and I'm like just sitting here like, oh yeah, I like the sound Childish Gambino makes.
The sound.
Yeah,
The sound he
you
makes.
be singing though.
You do have
I hear you
instruments
feel
playing
it.
in the background.
Hey, well, these neighbors are sleeping.
If you are in the BBOE Discord, you know two things. You know Sea Shanty 2 and Childish Gambino. That's all you know.
What else do you need? Like,
Sea Shanty 3.
no.
I know how to read binary. I don't know if that's
Read me something in binary right now.
all right. Here, wait. I can tell you how I can do the math in binary. So you want me to do this on a piece of paper? I got you. 1 sec.
Email it to me,
You want me to? I'll just do it right here. So
and I'll email you back, and then you can read it next week
Send me a letter.
on the show. Yeah,
all right, 1 second. Let me write
Alex,
out
we
a number
can't
real
see
quick.
that.
you're too
Wait.
blurry.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You didn't
his
press the
4K
good button.
resolution.
Yeah.
Just
Bro, this
really
is
going up.
4K.
You're like streaming in JPEG, dude.
He's streaming-
and-
he streams in GIF
Yeah.
Nokia phone.
with Echo.
You see that number?
No.
No.
Right.
What side of it
Is
is
it
zero?
0101010?
Yeah.
Does it say dick?
No, it doesn't say dick. It doesn't actually spell out a
Here we
word.
go. Baltimore City Schools.
This right
employees.
here equals one number.
Is it 3?
No, it's not fucking 3.
Yeah, 1 plus 0 is just 1, dude. You don't even know how to do binary. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, there's 3 ones and 4 zeros. So that's 3 ones is 3, dummy. Come on.
Yeah, idiot.
My bad. I don't. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Baltimore City School District said an employee recently tested positive for COVID.
Damn, that'd be wild. To
What if they say this employee goes by the name of Casual H? Touch him on Twitch and see he no longer can work.
Fill out the score. No, they've been on the fence about opening schools back up, and hopefully they don't.
This is what that equals.
Just blurry.
170 over 10.
So you're telling me 1 plus 0 equals
You don't actually add the one.
17.
All right, guys. You want me to give you a whole binary lesson? I got you.
No, I don't
No.
think no one wants to hear that. We're talking about music. Well, here, how about this? How about this? While we talk about music, you can just write binary in the background.
Talk about music and binary.
That's the two things chits love, dude.
Shark suits and binary.
And clipping. All right, Terrell, you can lead the discussion.
Oh, okay. Well, I know there's some more casual listeners in here. So I guess the latest hot project, obviously a lot of people are talking about on Twitter, is Baby and Baby Pluto. So did you listen to that, Anthony?
Oh, the Future and Lil Uzi Vert?
Yeah.
I listened to parts of it, but not all of it. But what I did heard, I didn't like.
I think that's basically been, I think, the general consensus is that Uzi is 0 for 4 this year.
4? I thought it was 3.
Well, you have Eternal I Take, Lil Uzi Vert versus the World Part 2, and then what was the third project that Uzi was on this year? He's been on 4 projects. The third one is Pluto and Baby Pluto, and then there's the deluxe version.
Someone said that the 6 songs of Deluxe might be better than the whole album itself.
Say that one more time.
Someone said the 6 songs on the Deluxe might be better than the rest of the album. No one likes the album apparently.
It has some decent tracks on it. Personally, I think honestly the intro, Stripes Like Burberry, was really fucking solid. There's a lot of really solid. It's the strongest hook on the album, I think. Uzi does some pretty decent stuff melodically, and Future does have a pretty solid verse. And then the track that follows it up, "Marnie on Me," that one's absolutely insane.
Money. Have you seen those memes yet?
So what?
Have you seen the memes of that on Twitter?
I haven't seen it, especially because he calls back to Eternal Take with the fucking saying Balenci again, which is become obviously a huge meme. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty fucking mid project. I don't understand the hype. I don't want them to drop again at all. I'm sick of Uzi for the time being. Future, you know, he's not toxic enough on the project, and we all know that we listen to Future for DS2 and Monster vibes. We
Should
listen
have
to
seen Harrison's
him for
eyes.
that, big misogyny, bro. That's what I want to hear from Future. So, it's true, man. It's
Eventful.
true. It's true, bro. Like, what do we all think of when we think about Future? We think of I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip flops. That's what we think when you think about Future. And
and
we
and
didn't. I
and the
don't think we got
penthouse.
enough of that. Say what?
And the penthouse.
Oh yeah, exactly. I took her to my penthouse and I freaked it, bro. He didn't freak these bitches on. He said he bought a bad bitch, but it's not even about buying women. It's not even about his women as property. It's about buying her an ass, buying her tits, just buying her into being a bad bitch, not buying a bad bitch.
I
So
think Baby Yoda would agree with
0 out
this.
of 10,
With
literally
these,
unlistenable.
Baby Yoda
That
does
one-
agree.
Yes, Baby Yoda agrees.
What is I guess we can just go around the table real fast. So what is everybody's favorite album or song from this year that either everyone knows or no one knows? I just should start
this
with Brandy
year?
since Brandy's in first order.
Me, this is I'm bad at favorites all the time. I'm just gonna say the two new System of a Down singles just because I'm happy they released music for the first time in 15 years.
They are really
That's
good.
it.
I do agree with that. And I know how happy you were that they came out. This we were playing
played
Prop
them
and Seek,
so
and you were like,
many times.
bye, and you just left and just listened to them. You even care what
Played
prop
them
you were.
So many times. Yes. That is it for me.
So new System of a Down songs. What about
Yes.
Harrison since he's next?
I haven't listened to any new music in probably 4 years.
So what, Pearl Jam is your favorite new song?
Listen to the two new System of a Down songs. First two songs in 15 years, dude.
All right, I'll do that. But no, I like how you asked what's everybody's favorite song that they may or may not have heard of yet.
Of this year.
Well, still, but no, I don't know. I started listening to a band called Churches this year, but they've been around for a while, so I don't really.
Do you
have
spell that
any
with a
kind of-
V?
Yeah,
I know them.
I don't really have any kind of contribution to this discussion, so you could.
I know,
move
but
on.
you're still a participant. I still want to know what Harrison thinks.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just killing demons in RuneScape, dude.
Let's go.
All right, what about Alex? Oh no, Auto Nets. Since I'm in the picture
okay.
frame. The newest album by Shinigami called Cyber Network, which I did a whole video on, is outstanding. I just got into Shinigami recently when my friend Taylor showed me the 100 Gets remix.
Shout out Kanashi.
Yeah, shout out Kanashi. Great friend, greater artist. And yeah, they showed me the remix of 100 Gets that he did. And I was like, okay, I like 100 Gets. This Shinigami remix is cool. And then Stranger came out, and I was like, oh my god, Stranger's amazing. I listened to it nonstop.
I know,
And-
I see you listening to it on Spotify all the time.
I'm always listening to it like once or twice a day. When it first came out, I had it on repeat for at least 5 or 6 times straight. Then the album came out, which doesn't even have Stranger on it. And spoiler alert, on my YouTube channel, it got a 10 out of 10. That's my first 10 out of 10 of the year. And I only at the third album to ever have a 10 out of 10. I believe it was Rodeo by Travis Scott. And my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy of 10 out of 10, but I haven't really covered a lot of older albums. So those are the first 3 10 out of 10s, I think, but the first 10 out of 10 for the year. And next month, I'm going to be doing my top list, and that might be number 1. Unless something changes or I haven't heard something. I know Terrell has some suggestions for me. But until then, it's probably number 1. But what about you, Alex?
Like a new song that came out this year?
Something that came out this year that
Or
either
album.
that you love and maybe no one knows, or everyone has heard, like it could be an anthem, whatever.
I don't really listen to too much music that's come out this year. Wait, did Childish Gambino's thing come out this year?
Yes, it did.
Was that it? Damn, I've been in basic too long. Forgot what time is.
Basic bitch.
That's what they call him.
Sorry, I don't know why. came to my
I-
heart. I
I
had to
mean,
let it
okay,
out.
some of the songs in there I liked. It wasn't my favorite thing from him, but I liked it. Little Nas X's new song is kind of catchy.
Holiday.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
not very
Holiday,
good.
dude.
He
It's
looks
interesting.
scary on Twitter.
He's just out there
I-
kissing himself, bro.
I don't know if you guys know, but this man has a TikTok, and the stuff he be doing on TikTok, he be wildin'. So
And that we
those
just
are
unless
my
it's
choices.
yeah. So Childish Gambino and Holiday by Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
And that brings us to Terrell. I already know what Terrell's favorite album is, but I don't think you guys do.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty uncontested for me. Clipping Visions of Bodies Being Burned is my favorite album of the year. Uh, Clipping has been one of my, biggest artists to watch, biggest groups to watch for a while. From their self-titled record in 2014, last year you had There Existed an Addiction to Blood, which was a horrorcore record with some industrial elements, and they took everything that I loved from last year's record, the heavy industrial power electronics elements of that record, and ripped fucking quadrupled that shit and packed it into an insane, intense experimental hip hop record with really intricate, complex production. David Diggs, which most people would probably know from Hamilton, has insane flows on the record, great enunciation, fantastic lyrics and thematics, and it's something worth checking out for sure. Um, there's everything on this record from Say the Name, which was a protest song, references Scream and 96 Nev Candle. There are characters on this record, like, the demon bad bitch he raps about on the track She Bad. And then some political commentary as well. It doesn't really come across that way if you listen to the record. But overall, I'd say undoubtedly, unless fucking, I don't know, it'd take Kids See Ghost 2 or something like that
Or Childish
to
Gambino, maybe.
drop this at my number one spot for the year. Number two, though, because these guys were all expecting it. Number two is the Jesse Ware project for sure.
The what?
Jesse Ware.
You didn't even talk about that.
I haven't. Okay, well, so Jesse Ware has been a pop figure to watch for quite some time. I've always thought she had an excellent voice, and when she debuted, a lot of people expected her to be kind of this thinking man's pop figure, and she didn't really come across that way. She had a couple hits. She had a track with Ed Sheeran that was pretty decent. Definitely her most well-known song called "Say You Love Me." But this year she came back with her, long-awaited next album, following up her 2017 album called Glass House. But this year she dropped "What's Your Pleasure," which was a synth pop record, a lot of disco vibes, incredible, just like dance, feel good production. And she finally delivered what I think a lot of music critics and a lot of enthusiasts were looking for in her for a long time, which really is that thinking man's pop record. So, Jesse Ware, "What's Your Pleasure," definitely worth checking out as well.
Hey.
I sent you guys a message in the Discord just so you guys know. Because I don't want to get in trouble with any audio. But, we lost Harrison, it looks like.
Yeah.
He died.
He's in a better place.
Oh shit.
Now, I guess I want to ask the reverse question, which you don't all have to answer, so I know it's going to be hard to answer. But is there any songs, projects, albums that you just didn't like from this year specifically?
Oh, jeez.
I know it's not the easiest question, but
I mean, I can personally always go, but let's start with Alex, I guess.
I mean, if
Oh,
you want, I
damn.
mean, hold on. I don't know if Alex has one yet. I was saying, oh hey, Tamarin G's. Am I saying that right? What's up? Anyways, I was just saying, is there an album that or project or single or anything, any song that you just weren't a fan of from this year?
Ooh.
I know it might be hard. That's why I'm looking through my Spotify to see if there's anything I just haven't listened to. But I know Terrell obviously knows what he didn't like.
Oh, you know what I really like this year though? A lot of
What?
Joji songs that
Oh,
released.
Joji,
Yes, the new Joji album was so good. It was so
Nectar?
sad. Yeah,
Nectar
You know,
it
is
was so
so
good
good.
though.
I really wanted to review it, but I feel I'm gonna save that for the end of the year, because it might be in a top 3 or top 5.
It's so good.
Yeah, I really like Joji a lot. So that's my I forgot he released that this year.
Oh, it's outstanding. Like even the 3 singles. I think was it two or three
Yeah, it's
singles.
like three.
Like
I think he released Daylight. I really like Daylight. That's a really good one.
yeah, but
More pop.
Run was like the whole
Oh my god, Run was so good.
Run is outstanding, dude.
I liked Gimme Love too.
Yep.
I like that one a lot.
I
I
gotta
love.
say,
I don't know. That one's that's pretty high up there on my list. Then but I like, yeah, for sure.
I'd say from the Joji project, I really happy with Nectar because it comes across as one of Joji's most mature, definitely his most mature record to date. And then with Run as a debut single, well, I mean, obviously before that we had Sanctuary, then we had Daylight and Run, but Run really I think showed off that Joji's ready, not necessarily ready, but capable of being taken seriously as a singer. He's clearly gotten some vocal training, and I really fucked with his vocals all over Run. But so that's still a standout track for me. I also really liked Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy has a
I'm a
fucking instrumental that it's such a dinger. And
and the
then
Yachty feature is nice too.
oh, you dude, easily the best feature we've had from Yachty in a very long time.
Which is not really
So,
hard to break. Just I mean, he hasn't been the best, but I know what you
I
mean.
mean, once you say something like "she blow my dick like a cello," it's not hard to, pass
Put yourself
that.
on that list.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, really solid project from Joji too. I think my biggest disappointment, um, yeah, a couple of years ago, I would say that Sway Lee was looking to be one of the like best hook writers, feature artists coming out of this newer generation of rappers, trap artists, and everything he's done this year has been dog shit. Reality Check was garbage. Catch Up, someone said,
I haven't even
and he
heard.
hopped. Oh, dude, he hopped on this track with Tyga and Lil Mosey for a SpongeBob
Okay,
movie
you said
called
enough. You said
Krabby
enough.
Patty. Yeah, it was terrible. And also the bottom of the barrel, I would say. It's probably a two-way tie. Tom McDonald, People So Stupid, and that fucking Justin Bieber, Florida Georgia Line, Yummy Country Music remix. Absolute
I
dog
mean,
shit. I
was
wish
anyone
it
expecting that to be
sounds like
good?
I'm making it up, but Justin Bieber, Florida Georgia Line, remixed Yummy. It's fucking it's cheeks. Not even, yeah, not worth listening. It's worth listening to if you're down to laugh at it, but yeah, holy shit, dude, what a fucking abomination.
Yeah, I would say personally my biggest disappointment was probably both Uzi albums. Cause like I was looking forward to them.
I didn't
Obviously,
even know he released 2 albums.
yeah, there was Eternal Take, and then there's Uzi Vert. Is it Love is Rage
No, it
Wait,
was
that was this year?
versus the world
versus the
too.
World 2.
That was
And
this year?
yep,
Yeah,
hard to
it's been
believe,
a
right?
long-
Yeah.
The Eternal Year continues.
It never ends.
Did you ever see that meme real fast of the New Year's, and it says Overwatch? It was like the Overwatch overtime meter.
No.
After it hits 12, it says 2020 overtime. No, but both albums were definitely disappointing. There are some highlights like Baby Pluto and Leaders and Part 2, but I will be honest, those are the only songs I actually listen to constantly from those.
A
I don't-
cello is a string instrument.
That's the point. That's the point, Harrison.
Oh yeah.
That's why he's on that list of bad rappers.
I don't know. I liked Prices. I liked what he did with the sampling way back from Travis Scott, like after the beat switches. I really liked Prices. And then I liked Bust Me a lot as well. It's really
Don't say
reminiscent
that
of that
again. I'm uncomfortable.
that 2016 Low Uzi Vert vibe. I thought that was a pretty solid track too. But I mean, I would agree. Eternal Take. We were expecting some god tier trap
But the
album to
stuff from
come out.
SoundCloud was great.
Oh yeah, dude. A lot of the shit when he released, Versus the World 2, a lot of the stuff that fans have been wanting for a long time, like Myron, and then also Moon Relate, which was a leak from 2016, for sure, were pretty solid. But even with him trying to tie the track list together with those skits about him being abducted by aliens and shit, it did not hit. It was so awkward to
He was
listen to.
abducted by Baby Yoda.
Did who hasn't gone yet? Besides us two, has Alex gone?
No.
I have not yet.
Are you still looking?
There wasn't like I don't really remember listening to much songs that came out in 2020, but a song that I didn't really like that everybody seemed to like was Tootsie Slide by Drake.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that song was kind of bad. And I like Drake. I do like him. But that song was garbage. Straight up.
Drake would like to enter the Discord.
What if you had a little Drake doll and he's just like, hello? All right, so we have a bad Drake song, and then any other albums or anything?
Any albums?
Yeah.
Not really, I guess.
Okay.
I guess I have mixed feelings about that Childish Gambino one. That's about it.
Oh, the numbers one? I don't remember the name of it. They're all just dates.
3/15/20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that one, especially because he said that was gonna be his last one.
Well, good thing it's not.
Hopefully.
What a weird way to end his music career.
I mean, he said that was like one of the best things he's dropped.
All right. I'd like to hear more about that because I have some differing opinions on 3/15/20 from what you're saying.
Well,
Really?
after Harrison and Brandy, we'll dive in.
All right. Yeah, good. But
I can't remember what actually came out this year and what came out other years. I just know that I was very, very excited for the new Tool album that came out this year, and I liked it. It wasn't bad, but I think that they released the singles were the best songs on the whole album, so the rest of it was disappointing when I actually heard the whole thing, but it was still good.
Just disappointing to some extent?
It was disappointing because the singles that they released were the only ones that really stood out the whole album.
Yeah. That brings us back to Harrison, the man who knows nothing about modern music.
Harry's
Yeah, I listened to a Blink-182 album that came out in 2001 the other day, so that was cool.
Didn't they just put a new album out recently?
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay, there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah, I think it came out last year though.
And you know what? For a senior discount, it counts.
This year has been like 4 years long.
It has been. This is the longest anime arc of all time.
It is.
I listened to "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket" that came out in 2001, and it's pretty good still.
Hey, there you go. You heard it from Harrison.
I don't remember what the question was, but there's
what was your like disappointing or bad album or song from this year? But you nailed it. You did perfect.
Right.
Blink-182, the new one, not good. I got it. And then is there Alex? Watch your audio.
yeah,
I don't want to get like taken down. This is a shark.
My bad, I know you can hear it. My bad.
but I still need to hear his opinions on 3/15/20.
Oh, we did that. I have one more question before we do open discussion.
All right, go ahead.
Is there anything you're looking forward to this year? Maybe it's been announced, haven't been announced, stuff you just want to hear in general.
Cyberpunk.
Daft Punk?
Not music. No, cyberpunk. It's not music.
No, we're doing music for now. Music for now.
It better come out.
I know Brandy's gonna say some Down album.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but that would be great.
Oh, it doesn't have to be announced or even real, but something you want to hear.
Oh yeah.
I would assume that's at the top of your list.
Yeah.
Anybody else or anything else that you want to listen to here, Brandy?
I just want to start going to concerts again, dude.
Me
That's fair.
too.
I've been to 2 concerts in my whole life.
I
I
Like-
want a new Mitski album. I would literally cry if Mitski was like, boom, new album, here you go. I would cry.
Okay, so Mitski, System of a Down, you have a good combo right there.
Ooh,
Now,
so-
Brandy, let me ask you the ultimate question.
Okay.
If they came
All
out
ears.
at the same time, what do you listen to first?
I think I'd have to go with System of a Down. Just
Yeah.
because of the nostalgia.
That's understandable.
I would probably listen to the Mitski one more though.
Yeah. I mean, I System of a Down, I don't know if they're like, if they're even going to happen. I don't even know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't
But
think so.
I'm
just
excited.
thankful that they released 2 new songs. I don't even care if I don't get an album.
Their
They
merch-
released 2 songs.
Comes out in December on a certain
Yeah.
day, and I feel like that's the same release day as the album.
If there is one.
What's up, Harrison?
I just remembered an album actually came out this year that I liked.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
he
Strokes.
had a spark.
The Strokes came out with a new album.
Oh, yes, they did. Yes,
Pretty
they
solid.
did.
It's actually pretty good. Like their first 4 were good, and then like their next ones were trash, and then like the new one that came out sounds like the old ones.
So, one of your favorites? Or is it one of your favorites, or is it the favorite?
It's the only new album I listened to this year, so by default,
Number
like,
one. If you guys need a party guy who can play all of the 90s and 2000s, we got him right here. He brings his own beer. He does everything.
you can't have any though. It's all
He's in the
mine.
corner like, you kids know about Daft Punk, and he's just like drinking some. You know about Pearl Jam, and he's just drinking his
Dude,
beer.
I listened to the 2007 Alive album by Daft Punk, when they played in Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you enjoy that one?
Yep.
You know, Harrison, what is your favorite Daft Punk song?
Favorite Daft Punk song?
Since you don't know about new stuff, what's your older? We don't have to talk about old stuff for the seniors here. I like Baby Yoda's
I don't
face
know.
animations.
He's listening.
No. There's too many, dude. What's the one?
I mean, I'll do it first if you want.
Is it called Human?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. I like that one.
Mine is probably Defunk, because it has just that like have you seen the music video for it? Where the guy is just like walking, it's just like some weird guy walking in the street, and everyone else like, what's weird? I don't know. I just imagine like whenever I'm walking like in school or something, and I hear that song, I'm like, yeah, I'm vibing out. All right, what about I guess Alex and then Terrell? Favorite albums that or projects or anything that hasn't come out yet, or has been announced, hasn't been announced? Anything you want to hear this year to make your year better?
Childish Gambinos.
Again.
No,
That's the only one I know.
understandable.
That's the only thing I heard about.
No, it doesn't have to be heard. It
said
can be something you can
it
make up.
doesn't have to be?
Anything you want to hear, whether it's real or not.
Oh, that's whether it's real or not.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe some new Gorillas. I like
They
that.
are- it just came out. It just came out.
They just
Gorillas, it
dropped.
just
What are
came
you
out. It
talking
just
about?
came out.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, why are you guys
There's
attacking me?
so much.
No, we're
They-
telling you.
Okay.
We're informing you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll have to listen to it then. 'Cause
Oh,
I,
they came out this year too. I knew that one.
What did?
Yeah, Song Machine. It's pretty solid.
okay, I'll have to listen to that one here soon.
It's not necessarily a concept album, but the way that it was rolled out was really interesting because it was episodic basically. So the singles were mostly pretty much all the tracks were released before it came out. They were released like really, really focusing on the singles, and then it's a compilation. So it's pretty solid.
I know Harrison wants a new Sean Ryder Gorilla song.
I was just about to say that, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, if you like gorillas, I have a treat for you.
Oh, okay. You know who needs to drop something?
Who?
Frank Ocean. There we go.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like Frank Ocean is always an auto include on everyone's list at every time. Even if Frank Ocean releases something, like, I want another one. Where's the other one?
Yeah,
All right.
that's it. That's all I got.
All right, now let's get to Terrell, who's probably going to have the most. Well, I mean, I haven't done yet either, have I? No, I haven't done yet.
No.
I'll go after you, since you probably have more stuff to inspire me from.
Okay. All right. So I have two. One of them was teased pretty heavily from the artist themselves, and then the other one is very heavily speculated to be releasing next month. So I'll start with the one that we know for sure will probably end up dropping, which is Jid. So Jid was
That would be
obviously
very nice.
JID?
yeah
Okay.
Jid. So he was obviously on the Spillage, part of Spillage Village, their collective album Spilligion that dropped in September, which I really enjoyed.
Can you say that one more time?
Village Spilligion.
There you go. I just wanted to hear that.
Which was pretty solid. I liked that track. I liked that album a lot, actually. And Jade hopped on Twitter and said that it was his turn to drop in October. It didn't drop, but we do know that he's been working on an album with No ID for quite a while. And which, everybody knows that if you listen to hip hop, No ID is one of the most well respected, most talented producers working in today's hip hop landscape. So that's a really solid bet to be dropping by the end of the year. I love Jed. I think he's one of the most talented, hardest working, and interesting rappers out right now. Probably the only person, I think that can hold a candle to Kendrick Lamar, Isaiah Rashad, guys like that. So I hope they call it J, because it's JID and no ID. So J, get it? I hope it's called J. The other one, which is very heavily speculated to be dropping soon, I'm pretty sure Anthony knows, because I freaked my shit when I saw he was recording a music video in California just about a month ago. Kendrick, I think everybody thinks Kendrick has dropped. Most people think that Kendrick is dropping sometime in December. The speculated date, if I remember correctly right now, is December 17th. TDE Punch has been on Twitter a lot saying that Kendrick is dropping, quote, soon. Kendrick was seen recording a music video in California not that long ago.
I didn't even know that.
And the world needs him right now, man. I mean, Damn came out 2017. To Pimp a Butterfly is more relevant than it's ever been, I think, with a lot of the stuff going on this year. I know I've been listening to that record a lot lately. I've been fiending for some very angry political Kendrick, and I hope that's what we get.
Yeah, my list is actually probably what you would expect from me, but most of them are announced or at least hinted at. Nothing really fantasy. Yeah, Man on the Moon 3. Seeing as if Man on the Moon 2 is my favorite album of all time, it only made sense that the sequel would probably be just as good, if not better. I would hope. I hope. I know we all have our opinions of a speeding bullet to heaven.
Oh, it's fucking great.
I like it. But yeah, that one's definitely something I'm looking forward to since it's already been announced. Whatever Kanye West is gonna put out, if anything, this year, that'd be nice. God's Country or what did he name it afterwards? Donda,
yeah.
With
God's
Child.
Country is more likely, I think.
Whatever comes out, I know he's having that record problem with his masters and all that. He just put out a new song. Was it Yaya? Was that what it's called?
Yeah.
I like that one. I mean, it was fine. It's religious Kanye, so you can't expect too much in the way of Watch the Throne type era and My Beautiful Twisted Fantasy era, because it's not going to happen again. But the rhymes might be similar. You just won't have that vulgarness. Is there a problem here?
No, I keep looking over at Baby Yoda.
I was like, that's what I thought it was, but I was like, did I say something wrong? No, Kendrick Lamar is an auto include everything for every year, just like Frank Ocean. You can't go a year without saying I want Frank and Kendrick Lamar, because that would just make the most sense, System of a Down, like Brandy said, because they just had singles out. It made sense to come out.
I don't expect it to happen, but I would be very happy if it did.
I feel like it will. I feel like now is the time.
Maybe.
I mean, System of a Down has been one of those political bands before.
Yeah, the only thing is
Most.
the reason they didn't make music for so long is because they kept saying they could not come to a creative agreement at all. Like they could not agree on what they wanted to make, so they just didn't make anything. But after 15 years, we got it.
I don't know if I miss. I don't want to like be that guy, but Lil Nas X would be just a fun thing to hear again. Just Holiday. I enjoyed Holiday. You know, 7 was only a few songs long. It wasn't nothing big, but I enjoyed it. So,
I'm gonna be real with you. I never listened to a full Lil Nas X song in my life.
please do. It's not bad.
Never in my life.
Is there? Am I forgetting somebody, Terrell? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Like somebody big. I feel like I'm missing like a giant obvious face that I'm just forgetting about.
It kind of it depends. I know Megan Thee Stallion is dropping soon. She's pretty talented. I like her a lot. I know she's got a lot of her, you know, thought music, but I enjoy that. Although a lot of her record is supposed to be pretty introspective, so I think that's noteworthy. Um, Cole, I think a lot of people are speculating
Yeah.
Cole may drop
Oh yeah,
by the end of
that's
the
an auto
year.
recruit for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's. I think it's time for him to drop. Um, I don't know. I'm not personally super excited. I think Cole in general is pretty mid, but it would be nice to listen to. It's always something that I'm excited to listen to, even though I don't expect anything from it. I don't expect a classic,
Here, I'll be right back.
Hey
but
man,
uh, but I do always look forward to Cole dropping when he says he's going to. Drake January, so not this year.
I'll pass on that. No,
I know.
the one I did want to mention real fast is my dream album, which is a 99 Neighbors album, and not another Broadcampton was the one I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
They released a Technical Difficulties album in pieces and I deleted all of it, but it's on YouTube. It's on downloading sites. You can find it now. Baby Yoda's flying. There's different ways to listen to it. I recommend you do. There was a song. I'll look it up later. It's just like Matt Champion and Kevin Abstract, and it's great. But 99 Neighbors has been on my watch list for a year now. I don't know if you know about them that much, Terrell.
Yeah, I'm the one who I told you about 99 Neighbors last
Oh,
January.
okay, then there we go. There we go.
So, because remember, I was joking. I was joking last year that on January 1st, I forget the name of their debut um, television. It's called
Yeah,
Television.
television.
So
I was gonna
it
say that.
dropped January 1st last year, and I was freaking out because I was like, "Oh, look, this is album of the year." Blah blah blah. I was joking, obviously, but yeah, 99 Neighbors has a ton of talent. I think they are pretty musically similar, obviously, to Brockhampton. If you like
Yes.
Brockhampton, you'll probably like 99 Neighbors. A lot of similar vibes there. What I would really like to see from 99 Neighbors, so I actually am mutuals with Philosophy
Oh, really?
on Instagram, who was who was on the debut television. I'd like to see her more involved because a lot of my favorite tracks off of television were either like Mercy 2, which is just like a straight, you know, disgusting banger, and also tracks with a really strong hook or female vocal presence, which is something that you don't get with Brockhampton. But I think it's something that's pretty I enjoy it and I miss it when it's not there in that group dynamic. So I kind of do see myself listening to a lot of 99 Neighbors more just because I like that. Obviously, I think Brockhampton has better projects overall. You have Ginger, then you have Saturation 1, which are, incredible. But yeah, I'd like to see 99 Neighbors drop something soon. I'd
Yeah,
honestly like to see collab.
I didn't get it. Oh, that would be insane. Like all 12 of them.
Oh, yeah, dude, a fucking insane cut. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I didn't get into Nine Neighbors until I heard Ripstick, and then I heard. I mean, I can tell you right now if I go on Spotify.
Ripstick, Chili's is another popular one.
See, now I didn't listen to television yet. I'll be honest, I haven't heard that yet. But what I have heard was their singles. Ripstick. I got into Ripstick. Then I heard 19. And those are the two songs I had on repeat. And then I found out Thunder like a few months ago, and I was like, well, have I not heard Thunder yet? And like, I don't like their newer stuff. It's all right, like the 2020 stuff, like the two songs they put out. But I feel it was just throwaways, possibly.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but like if they do more Ripstick, more Thunder, more what'd I just say? Like, mute my phone. Some guy's messaging me. Who might be Harrison?
Guy, I hope he's watching the stream.
No, it's Harrison.
Oh.
And then 19.
I'm not messaging you.
You're messaging the guy who doesn't exist.
You wish I messaged you personally. Nerd.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess that concludes our end of the year music conversation.
Have you ever listened to Norwegian yodeling?
I've listened to Amon Amarth.
Crazy.
Does that count?
Can we put that in our next D&D session, please? In one of the maps?
Yodeling?
Yeah.
As long as you guys Norwegian yodel, then
Well, what if we put Yoda in Norwegia? Norway. No, Norway.
no yodel, not Yoda.
No. We put Yaddle in there. Other favorite Star Wars character. All right. I do want to hear Alex versus Terrell's debate right now that they've been cooking up, I assume.
Bro, that debate's not even gonna be that good.
It's not necessarily a debate. I'm just curious. I mean, I've heard basically two schools of thought on 3:15:20. I've heard people say it's incredible. It's his most mature album. I hear a lot of people that are like, "Well, I can't believe Childish Gambino did this. This is crazy." But I've also heard people say, "All right, man, this is absolute dog shit. It's his worst album, and it's not worth listening to." But I haven't known anybody personally that didn't enjoy it.
Oh, you talking to me now? Is it my turn? Like,
You have to say about that.
Imagine that's presidential debate. Like, hey, I don't like this guy. You talking about me?
Who, me?
Yeah. Only person in the room. Me?
Is this thing on?
All right, Alex.
One sec.
Oh, he's preparing his opening.
Oh shit, dude.
So,
this is what he was doing instead of writing his paper.
I got one sentence down on my paper.
Childish Gambino, good.
Okay, so I don't hate the album at all. Like, I like it still. It's just the album for me. It wasn't like what I like a lot. Like, it was a good album. I listened to the whole thing and I enjoyed it. But it's not like an album that to me that I want to listen to all the time. Like a lot of his other songs, like 3005, I still play that all the time. Heartbreak, Bonfire, those things, like I play them quite a bit. But most of the songs in that album that released, like I listened to them, I enjoyed them for the first time, but it's not really songs that I go back and listen to numerous times over
No
again.
replay value.
Like
Ignored.
No, I guess I can see that. It's I think honestly it's relatively equal, I think, to Awaken My Love, which is probably his most interesting album musically. Obviously, because the internet was super ahead of its time, it's really influential in terms of I think how a lot of people followed it up after 2013. But I think that 3:15:20 is honestly I think it's underrated as fuck. There's a lot of stuff there that is just pretty musically interesting coming from an artist of his, I guess you could say, status, where he's super notable. Everybody knows who he is. You know, you typically don't see people in his position try a lot of new things. I think Kanye, in terms of rap, is probably the most notable, where he's just like, every album is completely different. That's why you have dog shit like Jesus is King, and you also have brilliance like
That's enough for you.
you know, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So to see Childish Gambino, like, what is it? I think it's track 8, 3531, which was one of the standouts for me, where it's like this sunshine pop, feel good track about selling crack. I mean, it's hilarious because I think you also have, 3222, which was like this tribal banger, really dark. And then you also have things on there like Time, which is, time is time. I don't care about that track too much, but the variety there is just something that I don't see in a lot of his other records. I think it's really interesting, honestly.
Any
Yeah,
rebuttals?
I think that you're right on that point. I guess I don't really look into music as much as you do in that sense. Like, on me, I like a noise that it makes, so I listen to it kind of thing.
Beep, beep, bop, bop,
But
sounds good.
I mean, I can get
Yeah,
what you're
you
saying
don't
with
you
that.
don't look at the
Yeah, I
you
don't
just
like
hear it.
look
You don't
into it. I
see
hear
it.
it, but I don't see it. Like, I don't know. I just can't see it like you do. But I do. I respect it. Like, each song is different, and that's nice. It's
He
like that
listens, but
I'm
he doesn't hear.
yeah, I
I
don't
think
hear.
I
Kind
think
of
I
thing.
guess
I mean, I'd like to understand it like that, but
it's a difference of perspective because Alex is more of a casual listener. Like he's, throw it at him, he'll listen to it, whether he likes it or not. But Terrell will just like examine it. He'll be like, I need to dissect this. I need to do on Genius and like type in these annotations. That's what Terrell does.
I mean, although I was expecting him to drop, Pharaohs or, I was definitely thinking that Childish Gambino was going to drop something else. When I saw 3:15:20 pop up, I was like, oh sweet, like we're gonna get that. What's that track he did for the Google Pixel commercial?
Alex knows it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
let me think.
You just said it
Yeah,
the other day.
I know I did. Human Sacrifice. Human
Yeah,
Sacrifice.
I was like, dude, I want that song. So I go back.
I wanted it so bad.
I log into YouTube and pull up the commercial so I can listen to it.
That's what I do.
Hey, and the advertising is working.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, I was expecting that.
Your advertisement.
At first, I was a little upset about what he dropped, and then I kept listening to it and listening to it and listening to it, and I was like, all right, man, I fuck with this. And 35:31 is one of my favorite songs of the year, just simply because of how I'm like, dude, it's a sunshine pop song about selling drugs. That is fucking, I love it. But I do think his next one will be, what did he say on Twitter? He said that 3:15:20 was the best album he's ever dropped, but his next one is his biggest or something like
biggest
that.
or better? I don't know what he said.
Let me go check it out. Let me check his Twitter.
Because he
Expert Alex Twitter here.
I know he thinks 3:15:20.
We have our Twitter correspondent on the ground right now.
In the sea.
He's wrong. Awaken My Love is his best record, especially with the funky vocals all over that shit. It's
dude,
fire.
I still listen to what's the opening song? I'm gonna sound stupid if I don't remember this.
Me and Your Mama.
Yes,
dude, Me and Your Mama is a.
I like when I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, this is crazy." Now I'm just whenever the breakdown, I was like, "Do." I was just like ready for it. Like I'm ready for that.
All right, so he said, last music project was probably my best, but the one coming will be my biggest by far.
Okay, yeah. So Human Sacrifice is on it, confirmed, is what we're hearing.
I feel like he's gonna have a lot more features than usual.
I'm probably have to light something on fire straight up. Probably myself.
I feel like,
bro, if he doesn't release Human Sacrifice, you're gonna have to do a Human Sacrifice.
Right, sacrifice him.
Honest, if he doesn't drop it by Christmas, mistletoe is not gonna be the only thing hanging from the roof. That's all I'm saying.
No, but I do think that if he says it's gonna be his biggest, he might be including some sort of features, because he doesn't have a lot of features often.
He doesn't really need them though.
I know, but I feel like in order to, if it's gonna be his biggest, I don't know if you're talking about track length or track amount. I think he's like maybe the scale. But if he gets, if it's, yeah, thank you Harrison for that helpful comment. Really,
it's
really working.
He's preparing a
goodbye.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, scale project, maximalist production, floor to ceiling, 20 features. He's gonna pull a Kanye, just like Kanye did. Who did he get? He got fucking Elton John to sing backup vocals on all of the lights. Like what?
And Fergie and
Alicia Keys as a backup vocal. I mean, like, he's saying that the budget for the album is $5 million.
I mean, I think as his goodbye as Childish Gambino, it makes the most sense to just do the biggest thing you can. When you've had a career spanning that long, you've been successful in all different medias. Like he's a good
gonna go
actor.
out with a bang.
Yeah, like acting and music and every other venture he's done has been successful. So I feel like in order to end this part of his chapter, he's just gonna do like a full blown like party, man. It's just gonna be crazy. Like he's gonna get everybody and everything possible. He's gonna have like an Elvis feature. I don't even know. He's gonna record new Elvis material. He's just gonna go up to the coffin and be like, "Sir, do you have anything to say?" And you're like, "Yo." He's like, "Oh, we got it. We got it."
Honestly, I don't think a lot of people execute.
Elvis features, yeah.
I never know if I'm pronouncing this right. I don't know if it's posthumous or posthumous. I don't know how to
Posthumous.
say
Posthumous.
Posthumous.
It's like
Okay.
posthumous.
Optimus Prime.
I don't.
Thank
I
you,
don't- I
Harrison,
think
once
a lot
again.
of people don't execute posthumous features very well, but with like for example, Drake had that Michael Jackson feature that cost him $1.5 million, and it was trash. And then you had.
I haven't heard it.
Oh, dude, it was on Scorpion. It was not very good.
That's probably why.
And then you also
I haven't listened to Drake since the incident.
I know you haven't. And then you also have, I think the Pop Smoke album. I don't know how much of that was done, but I think it was pretty decent.
Oh yeah, definitely. For I mean, I don't want to go on a bit tangent, but Pop Smoke, I just started into him very recently. But obviously, he didn't have that long of a career. So to get all those songs on there, and to get everyone on there that he did in that amount of time, also, I think it worked out pretty well given the circumstances.
Well, I think that a lot of it was done after he passed. But my point with the posthumous feature was that I feel like honestly, I know you were just joking about Gambino getting Elvis, but I think that he's
I wasn't
somebody who
joking.
I genuinely feel like if we could get like Gambino and Michael Jackson, or Gambino and even like James Brown, because he loves his funky rock 70s vocals, that would be insane. I think he could execute it really well. You've got me thinking now. I think that shit would be fire.
Yeah, I mean, I think. I mean, also, I was going to mention Gambino is really good at being a comedian. His stand-up specials are pretty funny. I don't know if you remember his special about him beating Kanye West, or being at a Kanye West concert.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And he was like, Kanye West is playing the piano on a bear, whatever it was. But for a guy that's done so much, like in the past 10 years, and then to end it, he has to go big. And that's just the overall theme of what I think he's going for. Is he's gonna get everybody. He's gonna do everything. He's gonna recruit every single person he can find, living or dead, that's gonna be fit for this album.
Maybe he'll get Norwegian yodelers.
I mean,
Yes.
I mean,
Please.
he might even get Gregory. I don't even know. He might get Gregory. Our D&D, our first D&D NPC. He might get it.
He'll get Barbecue.
Maybe he'll get Barbecues.
Barbecue's background vocals.
Barbecue's barbecue.
That's what he would have been if the lizards didn't like him.
Massage.
But
I'm glad you know that, Harrison.
Oh, we were just talking about that yesterday. I was like, Harrison. He was like, "You want to see my favorite video about hot dogs?" And I was like, "Is it Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage?" And he was like, "No, that's a good one though."
10 wings and 10 toes for $10.99. Pizza Bowlers got nothing on them.
Well, I mean, I guess that if that's all for our music section, I mean, we talked about music for an hour. I know it doesn't feel like an hour, but it has been.
I mean, I can double that.
Feels
easy,
like 3 hours.
I know. I want to try to be diverse. If we're really gonna take this off, I want it to be more than music. I want multiple.
Well, we have the Alex News section with his emails. We have the Harrison Pizza Bowlies check. We got the music.
Now it's time for the Mandalorian talk. Now I don't want to spoil it.
No spoilers.
Have you not seen it yet?
Baby Yoda got it. I have.
Okay.
I'm talking about to the people. You got hated on YouTube for spoiling Pokemon. You don't want to get hated on Twitch for spoiling The Mandalorian.
Yeah, dude, don't fuck with that shit, dude. You're gonna get canceled.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say the C word. I was like, oh no, my hair, Harrison.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to really discuss and with us all here besides music? Like, is there anything that's really? I mean, we're all friends here.
Are we? Are we?
I mean,
friends
this isn't like an AA, and now I don't want to just say you have a problem or anything. But like,
Any form of media, and I got any form of media, and I got you.
what about your thoughts on Wonder Woman coming out December 25th on HBO and theaters?
That's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts about
Thank
it.
you, Harrison. Once again, Harrison coming through with the important stuff when we need it.
I'm here.
What a man.
That's what I'm here for.
Mm.
Literally the least I could do.
He's busy grinding in RuneScape.
True.
No, he's playing IMVU. I know it.
Oh god.
I loved IMVU. Bring it back.
Yeah, no, it's still here.
Take it away and then bring it back again.
We should all meet up in IMVU and just be like, hey, what's up?
Stop! You could do your podcast IMVU style.
I'm not doing that, Brandy.
Have an IMVU lounge and go in there and talk.
Might get one of those sexy lounges and we just have Harrison on the pole.
Hold on. Hold on. I can accommodate.
You have a pole? Hey, there we go.
We're good.
We're like twins.
So are we.
Yours isn't changing colors though.
Oh, I don't have that mode, do I? I guess
No, you
not.
suck.
I do, but my camera doesn't work. You can't see it. I'm sorry.
Nice excuse.
Boo.
Boo Ota.
Hey, I started that. You can't use it against me.
I guess I want to know you guys' opinions on Wonder Woman coming out on Christmas on HBO Max and theaters, but Black Widow has been delayed until next year.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Yep.
All right, bro.
Both are.
I'll say that.
I want to before we start. I do want to preface that they are both huge female superheroes that have both, been the highlights of the movies they're in to some degree.
Black Widow? Were you tripping?
No, I mean, she's
I'm
been
more
like.
excited for Wonder Woman than I am for Black Widow.
No, I know. I'm just saying that they are like some of the big female superheroes of modern times. Like Gal Gadot's Black Widow, Wonder Woman, and Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow are like mainstays of popular culture now.
She died.
Bro, she does?
I mean,
I know. I'm just saying,
can't stay anywhere.
for the past few years, those have
She's staying at the bottom of that mountain.
for the past few years that and them and Captain Marvel have been like the female icons of superheroes in film.
All right, so I'll say that I'll start with first and foremost. I really like just the release structure of Wonder Woman. I appreciate that coming out in theaters and HBO Max. Honestly, I think even just HBO Max would be just fine, but I do understand a lot of people want to see it in theaters. I'm not too excited but to go back on that point, because I was pissed that Tenet came out and I couldn't go see it in theaters. And I still haven't seen Tenet.
I still want to see Tenet.
Love Christopher Nolan, so I'm pretty upset with that. But in general, I like the release style in theaters and HBO Max. I think any major movie should have done that, including Dune, which I don't know if they've been giving that a new release date or not, but I digress. So
there are Dune action figures in Walmart now, I believe.
Really?
I think the action figures are already out. Maybe the pops are probably coming out too if they're making that.
Oh god. But yeah, I mean, I don't really care that Black Widow was delayed that much. I know that Disney knows what they're doing. Kevin Feige knows what he's doing, and so at the end of the day, we'll get the movie when we get it, and we'll have a lot of catching up to do. We'll probably have a pretty heavy string of releases, which I'm excited for, because once things do get under control, we're going to be at the movie theaters a lot, which is going to be a lot of fun. I miss going to the movies. I miss a lot of big releases and, seeing the crowds there. Things like Tenet would have had a huge crowd. So,
definitely.
Oh, I went and saw that.
You saw Tenet?
Oh shoot! Don't want to spoil
Yeah.
it.
Oh, did you like it though?
Yeah, I liked it. It was cool. I didn't
Okay.
know what it was going into it, but I liked it.
No one does. That's just the thing. It was
Yeah.
literally
It was
the
really
trailer
interesting.
was just like, "Hey, prevent World War III." How? Tenet. What?
This
Yeah, it was very
is a
interesting.
movie.
With
It
actors.
is coming out.
I saw it in theaters with my mom, and then the theater shut down like 2 days later.
Oh wow.
They were like,
Were
no,
you-
no, we're
Were
shutting
you
back
still
down.
in it?
Shut
Was I still in
up.
the theater?
Thank you, Harrison, for this insightful commentary about movie theaters. What a guy. Give it up for Harrison.
But then for Wonder Woman, I'll say that as far as the movie itself, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for Wonder Woman. I actually liked the first movie a decent bit. I think it's the
Me
best
too.
DC feature film to come out, at least until Robert Pattinson's Batman comes out. But I don't think that's going to be
Yep.
canon. I'm not sure.
It's not.
It's not. Yeah. See, I know it's going to be canon with the HBO Max universe because it's getting a spin-off show, which is going to be pretty exciting. But I'm excited for the movie, I guess. So I'll be watching that the day it comes out for sure.
I will say this. What are your thoughts on the Wonder Woman's surprise villain, the Mustache Man?
I'm sorry, what?
Remember Wonder Woman at the end? The guy had the mustache. You could see it through his little armor. Just the mustache.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
over
Oh,
that.
God.
That is so funny.
Fucking
Because he's
true.
like, I will destroy you. And he's like, stretch my face.
Oh my god.
Now, is everyone on the same page of what movie they would rather see first or rather see in general?
Wonder Woman.
Harrison?
He's not a movie guy, you know.
What movies?
Wonder Woman or Black Widow?
Or Wonder Woman new one?
I haven't seen any of the Wonder Women.
There's only one. So you haven't missed much.
Well, I haven't seen it.
So
But,
so Black Widow then?
I honestly, it's weird because like as soon as Endgame came out and I watched it, I kind of lost interest in superhero movies.
Same.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like fatigue or if it was just like, okay, it's over. But like I didn't even see Far From Home, and not because I didn't want to. I just like I was just like, okay,
Oh,
I don't
thank
know.
you, Night Sight, for not following me.
Like all
It's been
those
an hour.
movies just felt like a priority and like an obligation to see. And then as soon as I watched Endgame, I felt like relieved of that duty of having to see superhero.
I do understand. I'm not fatigued because I'm a Marvel fan, like to the extreme when it comes
Me
to the
too.
MCU. But like, I do understand why people maybe only watch in Infinity War and Endgame, or people who watch up to Endgame, or even Far From Home, and just like, you know what, I've seen enough, which is understandable. We're losing a lot of those characters. We are losing two of the most important characters in modern superheroes of Marvel.
They tied it up so neatly, like I don't know. It was like it felt like a train stop for people who maybe wanted to get off.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
I understand. That's a perfect analogy. Is that here? Is this your stop? All right. Well, we'll see you in 10 more years when
Yeah.
Iron Man comes back to life as a robot.
I'm not like actual Iron Man in theaters, but no, I'm not
Iron
like
Man again.
opposed to him or anything now. You know, it's not like I don't like him now. I actually just watched Endgame yesterday.
Always a great
but-
movie to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't feel like that itch to see any of the post Endgame movies.
I do feel like as long as, in my personal opinion, is that yes, we lost Captain America and Iron Man as the two main faces of Marvel, but we still have Thor.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what's really keeping me in
I'll
there.
always see a Thor movie. Ragnarok, I think, is like the best Marvel movie.
Love and Thunder is coming out
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I am excited for that.
with Natalie
I
Portman
will
as
say
Thor.
What would be nice though is to see like an old Steve Rogers and Tony
Howard-
Stark's corpse in a movie together.
Wait,
think
what's
that
that
would be
movie with where
Weekend at
Daniel
Bernie's.
Radcliffe plays that
Oh.
dead body?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking more
Swiss
like
Army knife?
Swiss Army Man. Swiss Army Man.
I'm
Swiss
thinking
Army
more
Man,
like
yeah, there you
I'm
go.
thinking more like Weekend at Bernie's, but like with Steve Rogers
He's
And-
he's just an old man trying to pick up a dead body.
Well,
He's like,
I
"Hey,
like-
everybody, I'm
Okay, so
Iron
my
Man."
favorite thing right now is how Harrison's face is like so serious about this.
The first movie is just Steve Rogers with a shovel feebly digging up a grave that's
For
empty.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as long as Thor is, I mean, I don't like the whole depressed Thor thing. To say Thor was, I still
Fat
think
Thor.
that the best moment of any
Thor
Marvel,
Lebowski. Like Thor Lebowski.
the best moment of any Marvel movie for me is probably when Thor arrived in Wakanda with Groot and Rocket. Like
Yeah.
that's such an epic moment of like,
Really?
and I think that like,
Gamer moment, bro.
yeah, dude, that's
My
epic.
favorite
movie.
was Black Widow being
Very
my
PogChamp.
favorite.
Very Pog.
What was that, Trail?
My favorite was Black Widow dying because I hate that bitch.
Yeah, I'm not a big Black Widow fan either. I like at all.
Yeah, she just has a gun.
Yeah.
2 guns.
I've never
Hold
been into
on,
Black
she has
Widow. I
2
don't
of
know
Oh,
them.
yeah,
if
you're
I've
right.
watched any
Okay,
Black
she's
Widow
cool
movie at
again.
all.
No, but I do think as long as Thor can, and we're still the Guardians of the Galaxy, who were surprise hits.
Surprise! That was a surprise to you.
Guardians of the Galaxy making that much money in the first movie and being that well like
It was
loved.
so good.
Fucking Marvel. It was like six. What was it? Like 6 or 7 years into the MCU being established. I think they could have released anything at that point.
Yeah.
and it
They
would
were
have made-
printing. They were already printing money at that point.
Yeah,
But
dude.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy was a gamble for them because they weren't that well known in
Doesn't matter,
to
dude.
people.
Yeah,
Like,
but neither was Thanos, and he became easily the most popular villain now. I mean, let's be real. Like, where's if you're a Marvel fan, so you know where Thor is more than likely to go next, which is probably going to be Gore the God Butcher. Nobody that has never read the Marvel comics has no fucking idea who Gore the God Butcher is, and yet they're going to be like, "Oh shit, dude, this guy's better than Thanos." Like,
I mean, I've always, like I just said, Thor has become one of my if not my favorite character. Of
same.
When I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy, we went with my mom, and she had no idea what it was going into it either. And then she came out of it absolutely loving it, and it's her favorite Marvel movie now.
Yeah, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy opening night in Disney World, and just happened to be there at the time. And
I just happened to be in Disney
Yeah.
World. You know, no big deal.
it was 2014,
Got dropped off.
and I
Was at my school.
knew nothing about Guardians of the Galaxy, and I said I like Marvel stuff. I didn't know who anybody was, and then I came out there and I was like, "Yo, Star Lord." I was more like Drats, dude. Oh my god, Yondu. And I was like, "Yo, these are my favorite people." And then
Yeah.
but if you would have asked
But-
me a year ago, "Hey, do you want to see Guardians of the Galaxy?" They're not really that well known, but they have a movie coming out. I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, probably. I'll have to see if it's Marvel, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And I think James
but
Gunn
that's
did such a good job.
But that's the point I was making. It's Marvel, so you're gonna see it.
Yeah, and they did a good job of making it like funny and good.
Yeah, apparently,
I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
it's true or not, but James Gunn, I believe, said he picked out the song before he wrote the scene.
Say that one more time.
So James Gunn, when he was writing a script, he would actually pick out the song and then do that scene. When
sounds
when
interesting.
writing, so the song would set the tone of the scene. So it was it's almost a musical at some points with all the
That
songs
makes
in it.
it interesting.
And
I can see that.
James Gunn has 2 more movies coming out in the next year or two.
I mean, now that he's back on Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm pretty excited just for that alone.
And Suicide Squad too, which has what's
I
pretty
still
insane.
haven't
Yeah.
seen Birds of Prey yet, and I was
Which
so
is
excited to
weird
watch
because
it. I still haven't watched
you'd
it.
think
That's
that
alright.
would be a massive conflict of interest because he has Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure he was confirmed to come back for 3, if I remember correctly.
He is. He's
Uh,
back on 3.
And yeah, but then you're gonna write a DC movie. Like, I don't see how that isn't a gigantic conflict of interest.
I guess I thought the same thing, but both companies are like, "Hey man, we're gonna make money regardless." It doesn't
but-
matter who. It doesn't matter what James Gunn writes. Everyone's gonna see
I
it.
mean, the only thing that I could possibly think is that all of 3 has already written. The only thing I can possibly think is that 3 has been completely written,
It has
or
been.
Suicide Squad has been completely written. But also, James Gunn is the director of it, so there's no way one of them is in post production already, just based off of the timing for 3 alone and COVID. Like, there's no way.
If I
That's
remember right, real quick, 3 was written before the firing. He wrote 3 right before he got fired, and that's
Did
why.
they start filming?
And they didn't film it because it wasn't at the time yet. That was before Endgame.
Wait, why did he get fired?
A lot of
fucking tweets.
some old tweets came out, resurfaced, and it looked bad on his part. And Disney was like, "We're gonna do an investigation. We don't want, obviously, we don't want to ruin what we're doing." So they were just like, "Hey, they were like, we're just gonna put him on a temporary hold." And then
Gotcha.
everyone was kind of like,
and
then DC hired him for Suicide Squad 2.
This is
and
why you
then-
should always have a Twitter in your fake name, or in a fake name if you're trying to do anything big.
Well, this is way before
Twitter
that.
always
This is
comes
way.
back.
This is like 2012 or 2011. It was old.
Oh, true.
And he got hired for Suicide Squad 2, which is going to be an all original movie with
Thank God.
maybe 2 or 3 returning actors. Not even Will Smith is coming back. I
Good.
think it's only Harley Quinn, possibly, and Captain Boomerang, and Amanda Waller, and maybe Rick Flag. I'm not too sure.
And maybe the whole cast, and maybe this guy,
No, I
maybe
think
that guy.
I know it's those 3 for sure. Because Amanda Waller is like tied to it all now, and Harley Quinn is like, if you want to make money, you just put Harley Quinn in there. But I don't know if Rick Flag is gonna be in there. He was the commander of the team, the military guy. I don't know if he's gonna be in there.
But
But
since they're sharing directors and actors now, why not just make it fucking Nick Fury? You already got James, Samuel L. Bro, come on, you got
oh no, that'd be cool
James
to see.
Gunn
Like,
double dipping. Make Samuel L. double dip.
Just put an eye patch over both his eyes.
Yeah,
well,
there you go.
John
Conflict
Cena's
of
in it.
interest done. Nobody will know.
No, actually, Terrell, speaking about what you were saying about production, I believe they already started filming at some point during the virus.
Too, I'm sure they did, right?
During the virus, they were filming.
Yeah.
Just they released a poster. They released a little short character trailer of everyone in costume. So either they did photo shoots or they started to do filming while they were in costumes. Because obviously the cast is gonna be about 15 heroes. I don't think they're all gonna make it in the first hour because you can't. It's impossible to do 15 people if you're DC. They can't even do 6 people.
Yeah, I saw I saw some of the cast and I saw some of the heroes. What was one of the hero shit? Is it Dot Man?
Yeah, Polka Dot Man, whatever.
Oh yeah, he's gone first, bro.
No, I think John Cena is going to be the running joke of the movie if they make it meta and be like, John Cena's gonna die off. Like, dude, have you seen this guy? Have you seen John Cena's character? We can't. Has anyone seen him? I feel like that would be the best meta way to approach that. Just be like, has anyone seen him?
We're gonna get a Deadpool 2 style death montage right at the beginning of the movie.
Oh my god, that's one of the things that I was actually looking forward to. I was like, what was that guy's name? Bob? Was it Bob? Right?
Yeah, and then who else? It wasn't Brad Pitt one of the
Brad
people in
Pitt was the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
No, who was the guy who with the mustache? Was he Bob? No, he wasn't. No, Bob was someone else.
Like guys with mustaches.
No, it was the guy who was like, "Hi, my name is Steven, whatever. I have diabetes or whatever."
Yeah.
And then he was the only one who survived, and then he died. He survived the I think did he fall into the wood chipper? It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, he fell into a wood chipper.
But I was like, that was my favorite character. He's like, I just saw the flyer. I wanted, and he was like, "You're good. You're in." I feel like that was a really funny take.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 was definitely a funny movie. I enjoyed a lot of the comedy. I didn't care for the movie that much just because the antagonist was hot trash. But
Who even was the villain?
Dude, it was that kid who was a villain but also not a villain because he was a villain in the future, so they wanted to kill him now.
Oh, the
Cable.
fire guy.
It was, yeah, but it was also like Cable, but the villain also wasn't Cable. I mean,
Juggernaut.
literally,
Also.
it was a fucking mess, dude. It was a mess. I just hope that when they eventually get to X-Force, they do a lot better. Because obviously X-Force is definitely gonna happen for sure.
One day.
They set up Cable. They have Deadpool.
They have the
I
whole
think
X-Men lineup.
yeah, they just need to work out the rights with Psylocke and who else is in
Doesn't
X-Force?
Disney own Psylocke now?
Oh yeah, because they
Yeah,
they
all,
bought Fox.
Disney owns every Marvel property.
Yep.
Except for Hulk.
Yeah. So there you go. So then they basically just need so then they just need Psylocke, and then also they need to work out some stuff with Cable, which honestly, personally, with the non MCU stuff, or I mean, it might become MCU, but I really would like to see the whole Cable and Hope Summers storyline come out there because that's one of my favorite, not relationship like that, but relationships in Marvel for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I talk about this all day because this is what I love.
You're a cock.
Yeah, but no, I really think after they get these next 5 Marvel movies out of there, it's just gonna be crazy. Like you're gonna see everybody in there. The problem that they already had with writing out characters. Don Harrison just went to heaven. The problem that they have now is that they have to explain why characters aren't available. Like because I remember in Far From Home when it was we just did Captain Marvel, and she's all like, oh, they're on the planet. She's gone.
They're kind of setting up Doctor Strange story arc to be like the fucking wacky stuff, right?
Oh, it's actually reminds me.
The multiverse.
Yeah.
What is her name? Star. It's not. Who plays? Who plays her?
I don't know.
Who?
Oh, Elizabeth Olsen. She starts filming next month.
For what?
Multiverse of Madness.
Because that comes out next September, right?
It comes out next year so far. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But that is going to be. They already said that Doctor Strange is going to be in Spider-Man 3, which comes out, I think, before then. Or maybe, I don't know.
Exclusively to Disney Plus.
Hey, I'd be fine with that.
Bro, I just got Disney Plus this weekend.
Watch The Mandalorian.
I've been watching
Mandalorian.
Watch The Last Mandalorian.
I've been watching Pirates of the Caribbean all week.
That's another topic, is the whole Amber Heard situation.
No, it's not.
I don't want to talk about it today. Because that's still developing.
No, it's not.
Well, people are talking about protesting Aquaman 2. Since she's in it.
I still haven't even seen Aquaman 1.
My grandpa has seen it 4 times and forgets every time he saw it.
Shit, dude. That guy loves Aquaman.
No, he forgets every time. He's like, is this that fish man? And I'm like, you just watched it yesterday.
Everyone talk about Jason Momoa all the time that I never even wanted to watch the movie because I was tired of his face before the movie even came out.
Understandable. No, but Multiverse of Madness is rumored. There's a big rumor. It's kind of been shut down, but you know how rumors are. That all
how tantalizing
that all 3 Peter Parkers might appear. You hear about that, Terrell?
Say that one more time.
All 3 Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Peter Piper.
All 3 Peter Pipers might pick a pack of Peter Parkers.
Might be in Multiverse of Madness.
Well, it is called the Multiverse.
Just say all 3. You mean Garfield, Holland, and Maguire?
Yes.
That would
Because
be
do you know who's
the,
directing it?
who is it? Sam Raimi.
Yes, Sam Raimi is the director of Doctor Strange 2.
It sounded like he just won a fucking trivia question.
Yes, he did. He was a random
it
guess.
Who
is
is the
Sam Raimi.
director?
That is 4
Yes.
points. You now take the lead.
What's behind door number 1?
It's just it's just the street behind your house, just the open street. Did you have no other rooms in your house?
It's Sam Raimi, who is the director for Doctor Strange 2.
If you want to cook
Dude,
that,
honestly, if we can, if they actually do that, if that carries into the mainline movies, that would be incredible. It really would. That'd be. Could you imagine, bro? I mean, let's be real, man. Tom Holland, he's still immature. I mean, not Tom Holland, but his Peter Parker is still super immature. Still needs some guidance now that Iron Man's gone. I think that if Tobey Maguire Spider-Man shows up, that
Now,
would be pretty sick.
the
I mean,
problem
look at
with
what
that,
happened in Spider-Verse.
that is the problem that I was going to mention, is that they just did that story.
Yeah.
So but Doctor Strange is eyed to be Tom Holland's Peter Parker mentor in finishing up his. Because I don't want to ruin it for Harrison, but the ending of Far From Home very much puts him in a peculiar situation that no Spider-Man has ever been in before, in movies.
Yeah.
And
What if it's Tobey Maguire from Seabiscuit, though? And not from Spider-Man.
I guess Harrison.
He just shows up on a horse. Is this the right universe?
What if it was? I don't know any Andrew Garfield movies. Never mind.
But at the same time, maybe they've done it before just because they did it in Spider-Verse.
But also that's
people really
Sony
fucked
though.
with
I don't know if they'd be like, hey, you can't just make a movie twice with better budget.
But it's not. It's not necessarily making it twice because one of them is. I mean, it is a multiverse thing, but it's also a time thing. It's a lot of things.
And
But,
it had Eddie Parker.
but regardless, just fucking Brandy throw me off. It's not the same movie. It's just even artistically,
at the same
the writing.
time, it is Doctor Strange's movie, and he's already sharing it with Scarlet Witch. So I don't think it's gonna be a Peter Parker Spider-Man centric thing at all. It may just be a cameo, where like he just like
It could be a funny cameo.
It would be amazing. Like Stan Lee cameos have always been something to look out for. But what if you're just watching Multiverse of Madness and you just see Tobey Maguire talking to Mary Jane, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, Peter," and he's like, "How do you know who are you?"
Full horse jockey uniform.
You got me. And there's also WandaVision coming out in January, which is going to directly tie into Multiverse of Madness. And I want my man Vision back alive. That's my man's, even though he died stupidly. And then,
What about like WandaVision? I haven't heard anything about that.
no, yeah, that's what I just said. January 1st, January 21st.
Who cares about Vision except for Anthony?
Vision's my favorite. But yeah, I really want to see what they do, because what the proposed storyline for Multiverse of Madness that I've heard is what's Doctor Strange's other friend's name that's not Wong? The black guy in a green robe.
Dawn.
Oh shit. I do not know.
Isn't it like Chidera or it starts with a CH?
Chipotle.
Yep,
Chipotle,
Chipotle the spellcaster. I can look it up real fast.
Yeah, I'm literally just scrolling stuff right now. So Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings has wrapped filming, which is really interesting.
Yep. Oh, it's his name is Baron Mordo. His real actor's name is Chiwetel, I think. Chiwetel. Baron Mordo is actually the villain. As you recall, in the ending of Doctor Strange, he went after the guy who restored his legs and ripped out his magic power.
Oh, what we were just talking about earlier. So James Gunn. So I'm reading right now. Actually, James Gunn reconnected with Marvel one day after joining the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's.
That's fucking funny.
I mean, dude's in a. I mean, it's unfortunate the situation that was given to James Gunn, and how he almost lost his career, but now he's coming out as the winner on both on Uri, on top of both of them. Two back-to-back blockbusters, literally. From two different companies.
Oh yeah, dude, he's getting the bag for sure.
But
the blockbusters.
But Mordo is going to be the villain, and it is going to involve dimension hopping. So that's why cameos, like people are saying, throw in the X-Men, throw in Fantastic Four, like John Krasinski. That's his name, right? I'm not being stupid.
Yeah.
He has been literally asking to be Reed Richards for the longest time, and he looks like Reed Richards would. Like, you throw him. Who's his wife from A Quiet Place?
I don't know.
I'm being very stupid. I don't remember her name.
Is it Emily Blunt?
Yes, Emily Blunt. Sue Storm. And then you bring back Michael B. Jordan for Human Torch.
That's his real wife too, I think.
That's what?
That's his actual wife. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
it is. That's why they're saying, what a good couple. Like, to have an on-screen couple be actually married?
Who would they bring for the Thing?
Mark
the
Ruffalo.
Oh, I guess.
What about Jack Black, dude?
I mean, the Thing doesn't really matter who the actor is. It's more the voice.
That's what I'm saying.
So, like, Michael Chiklis, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
He did really good, I think, in the original. I mean, I love the original Fantastic Four. That was my childhood, man.
They don't even need to make it like an actor anymore. I mean, I guess it could be said for any of these movies.
I mean, honestly, you just take Cord from Ragnarok and just color him orange.
Give him the same voice.
Hey, is this the Fantastic Four here? You on fire,
honestly,
mate?
Man, I've wanted an MCU Fantastic Four for such a long time, especially just because Doctor Doom is literally one of the greatest Marvel villains. Easy, like bar none, like not even close, man.
Did you hear about Ant-Man 3?
What about it?
Kang the Conqueror is the villain for Ant-Man 3.
Oh, interesting.
Time traveling Kang the Conqueror is the villain. I don't know how that's gonna work because Ant-Man hasn't fought that many big threats. You know, he fought. Who did he fight? He fought Lawrence Fishburne. Ooh, that's his big threat.
Not any character, just Lawrence Fishburne.
He fought Lawrence
As
Fishburne
himself.
in his own private residence. He said, "Come on, bro, square up." No, but then he fought the Yellow Jacket, who was just Darren Cross, and it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's obviously going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp 3 with 2 Ant-Men and 2 Wasps, so that makes more sense.
And 3 Tobey Maguires
on a horse.
I mean, it makes sense for it to be Kang the Conqueror in general, just because the next, I mean, you know, with all the, not that I'm gonna like talk about leaks in general, but all the leaks have really just been throwing out there that we're headed towards Secret Wars. So you have to have Doctor Doom, you have to have Doc Ock, the Enchantress, Kang the Conqueror, Claw has to come back for sure.
He's dead.
Well, yeah, but also Claus died before. Then he came back as his second form was just him being made of solid sound.
Yeah, but I don't think the MCU is ready to bring back a human as the Childish Gambino song. I don't think they're ready for that.
I hate you. But I mean, if you're going to do, for example, Fantastic Four, I mean, one of their main villains was Claw when he was made of solid sound, and then obviously Doctor Doom is huge there as well.
Magneto was a villain in the television show.
Say that one more time.
The anime.
No, that's the animated show. Magneto was even a villain, and they put anybody in there.
Magneto's one of the greatest villains.
Black
dude.
Panther was a villain too at first. He was like to say, like, who is this man? He's like, I'm the Black Panther. Hey. Also,
That's exactly how that went down.
I do think that with all this stuff going down, Black Panther has to find something to do for moving forward. It was one of the most profitable movies.
Pass it
Yeah,
to
no
his
shit, they have to do something. The
sister.
guy died.
Yeah, isn't Shiri? I mean, isn't that the speculation that Shiri's gonna pick it up?
That's what I want, but at
That's
the
what should
same
happen.
time, like, do they
He
even?
also said that they're not even ready to look at it right now.
I
She
know,
was just
like-
talking on Twitter the other day that they're not even considering, moving forward for a considerable amount of time.
Which is
Makes
perfectly understandable. No one was expecting that, but at the same time, for a story point of view, like, it's gonna be tough. I don't think anyone expect. I mean, if he,
Gonna be mine.
it's not like he died in Endgame. He died in real life, and it's like,
Oh my
now
God,
what?
dude.
Like, that's an actual like you can bring back Iron Man, but you can't bring back Chadwick Boseman. And to say they don't want to do CGI, which I don't blame them. CGI would be awful for that. But it's like that's one of the biggest hurdles I think in the next 2 years is trying to figure out what the Black Panther is going to become.
Man, I think personally, low key, I know there was a lot of speculation that Childish, Donald. Why did I say Childish Gambino? Because we were talking about Childish Gambino.
No,
But that
not
Donald
Jordan.
Glover was Don Glover was gonna be the villain for Black Panther 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think he would honestly make even a solid lead role. I know that the story's already been written. I know they haven't really been filming in general, for the second movie. But I think that if they didn't want to put Shuri in the shoes of Black Panther, that I don't know how they would do it narratively. But I do trust Ryan to, work out something pretty well. But that
Ryan Coogler?
Donald Glover, huh?
Ryan Coogler?
Yeah. But I think that Donald Glover could be a pretty fitting replacement. Not
Or
replacement.
or Michael B. Jordan, because people have always said he was also the hero in some
But
points.
He died. He threw himself off a cliff.
Did he? I thought he just died at the sunset.
No, he rolled off the fucking cliff.
Oh, but it's also the MCU. If they can bring back Vision in a Netflix in a Disney Plus show, they can bring back
Well, is it
Vision
after or is it before?
Vision is
it's after.
cyborg that had the Power Stone in his fucking forehead. I mean, it's not the same story.
No, I understand, but like, I feel like, given the circumstances, no one's gonna be like, "Oh man, you just replaced my favorite actor who passed away with another good actor who did a really good job and died in the movie."
But
It's just about timing, really.
It's not even. It's not even like, oh, cool, that it's a bad thing to replace him with Michael B. Jordan. It's not. Okay, it's not it's not replacing an actor with another actor. You're replacing an actor with a character that played the antagonist of that said actor, who also died in the movie.
No, I understand. It's tough. It's tough. Nothing we say
tough.
here.
They're not going to do it.
No, I don't. I'm just saying this whole situation is a very tough situation for Marvel. I've been saying since day one, I want Shuri to take over in the future.
Well, she does canonically in the comic
love
books. She literally does.
I just don't know if the story is ready for that. Like, if Marvel was ready to be like, hey, Black Panther was a just record-breaking movie about a black superhero. Now we're gonna have to do it again with a whole new actor. I just
Not
don't.
a whole new actor though. She's an established character,
No, I mean a whole new face as the mantle. That's what I meant.
But it's still not a new face. I think the biggest problem with putting Shuri in those shoes is simply that her character didn't have a lot of development.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm trying to say. Is that she hasn't been around enough to take on the role until she's just too new. She's only been in 2 movies.
They'll probably just do some sort of like flashy time skip kind of story thing and lead to it.
That would be
Like,
so disrespectful. You know what I'm really down for is what they talked about in the movie very briefly. I'm down for M'Baku to become Black Panther and just be a fucking savage because they were like, oh, bro, you know, if M'Baku wins this challenge, he's going all out. I mean, in his his character had literally M'Baku had more development than freaking Shuri did, and he's been a huge, pretty big actor for the last couple years. I mean, he played in Us.
No, I was gonna
But
say you get the actor who played M'Baku, but it's only his version from Us. It was like, hey, is that our neighbors? It's just like Black Panther, watch out!
yeah, I literally Winston Duke. I mean, if
That's
he's
his name, that's his
available,
name.
he's a really good actor. He's an established character in the series. You know that he's really strong, and he had more character development than Shuri did. Just basic, we saw him in a powerful position, over his
And he was
tribe.
an ally. A villain turned ally.
Yeah, he was a villain turned ally. I think that he could be, even if we don't get, because I think what we may see isn't even necessarily a movie where we have a new person crowned as the Black Panther, but
Yeah.
maybe just Wakanda recovering from the loss of T'Challa. And then you can see people like Shuri get a lot of character development.
Like, it's not
Okoye
even
get a
called
lot
Black
of
Panther.
development.
It's just called Wakanda. Like,
What?
just don't even call it Black Panther. Just call it like
Well, yeah.
Wakanda or something. Like, not even make it a Black Panther focused movie.
Well, I think they're gonna call it Black Panther.
No, I know. You know, I'm saying it's not called Black Panther. Panther
Okay,
Strikes Back. It's called like Black Panther Wakanda something. Like, it's not going to be about the Black Panther. It's going to be about the post Black Panther and what. Exactly what you said. How they live a life without him.
What?
I don't know. I'm just coming up with ideas that no one's ever listened to. But I don't know. I just think it would be interesting to see M'Baku and Shuri and
Okoye.
yeah, Okoye and who's the love interest? I don't.
Nala.
Yeah,
no.
Nala. I think it's Nala.
Something like
That's
that.
my cat's name.
That's from the Lion King. I was about to say the Simba King.
Simba
Harrison, you drinking enough?
Yeah.
But no, I think
I'm
it would
good
be
now. I'm good for tonight.
it would be interesting to see how they move forward. Like, I feel like they have to do some sort of funeral or some sort of send off in movie that made sense to the actual world of that we live in. Just so it's respectful.
The actual world that we live in.
No, I mean like movie and real life.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
just
yeah. I know what you mean.
It's a send off in both ways.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how they just handle that in general.
All I
we
know
have
is it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad.
Oh yeah, no cap. Bro.
It's gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy 2 ending sad.
I see that stupid fucking smile on your face.
No, I was just saying. Like, I'm thinking about it. How I cried so much in the theater, like when Yondu was when they were doing the fireworks, and even Sylvester Stallone was like, he was such a good soldier. I was like, oh my god, Rocky, please.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean,
But I can't wait to see whatever they do. I really think the Mandarin would be a good villain also, since he's in Shang-Chi.
Mandarin.
The real Mandarin.
Oh well, I mean, he was. I mean, there's no way we're not getting him. I mean, they're setting it up with the 10 rings.
Just
so
like
there's
he was an Iron Man villain for the longest time in the television show and the comic book.
I mean, it'll be interesting just because I always thought that if Mandarin was going to be in the MCU, that it was going to be a pretty relatively long saga. Because you have the 10 ring. I mean, he's a pretty big level threat. Obviously, not quite to the extent that Gore or Galactus or Thanos would be. But he's a pretty sizable threat. I thought for sure that we were going to get Mandarin without a doubt, and that it was going to be maybe a couple movie deal. But
yeah, I mean, how old was Thanos? Like 20 movies?
So what?
Thanos was like 20 movies, right?
Yeah, setting up 20 movies. He appeared in at least 3, but we knew about him for a long time.
Oh, they would just say Thanos, and I would, oh my god, who? I remember when I first saw first saw Avengers in theaters with my dad on opening day of May 4th. Was it May 5th or May 6th? It's May. Doesn't matter. First week of May.
It's gonna be May.
But maybe it was May 3rd. It doesn't matter.
Either way.
Yeah, either way. Thank you, Brandy, for that.
Getting caught up in the details.
That's enough of you. No,
Ow.
either way, I didn't know who Thanos was. And
What?
I was like freshman year of
Hold
high
on, my brain's
school.
going crazy.
I wasn't really back into the Marvel movies. I just watched it with my dad. And I wasn't really into that stuff. I knew of the super. I knew of everybody else. I was like, I just don't know who Thanos is. And then he comes out on the screen in the post-credit scene, and everyone is like, "Who's that? Who?
Lost
Who?"
it. No, people who knew who it was.
Everyone in my
lost it.
row, like this one guy asked I think he asked my dad. He was like, "You know who that is?" And my dad was like, "I don't know." And then who would have thought, like 10 years later or 8 years later, I'm like, "Yo, this guy kills people."
It's a scary dude.
Yeah, this guy lost his own head. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I knew who he was, and I definitely lost my shit. It was, I mean, the CGI for Thanos was horrible back then.
Remember he was
really
like
exciting.
he was like deep purple.
Yeah, he was like horrible purple, disgusting purple. His voice wasn't even similar to.
I mean, it was
to Josh
also
Brolin.
like a 3-second appearance.
Yeah, and all he said was, "Oh, dog." Oh, yeah, that's right. He was just sitting on the space throne.
Yeah.
And then he smiled at the
Drifting
end.
endlessly.
And then in Guardians of the Galaxy, he was like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And that's when you're like, "But wait, that's when people were confused who didn't really know what was going on." Because in Thor 1, remember they had the Infinity Gauntlet in Thor 1? And when Hela came in, she said, "Oh, that's a fake." But everyone was like, "Yo, are there 2 Infinity Gauntlets?" Like, oh my god.
Why are you flipping it over?
There are 2 Infinity Gauntlets. There's the Infinity Gauntlet, and there's the Stark
No,
Gauntlet.
I meant like 2 of the actual golden ones, but I know what you mean.
I know, I'm fucking with you. But yeah, no, it was pretty exciting.
Plus,
And
they're adding vampires. Like, what?
Oh yeah,
Blade is coming out.
I'm so excited for that. Actually,
Wait, you're excited for what?
for Blade.
Vampire?
Oh,
Wait, hold up.
Marshall
Yes, sir.
Ali is I believe that's his name. He's
yeah,
Blade.
I'm super
Blade?
excited for that. I thought you were talking about
Morbius?
Morbius, and I was like, who in the hell is excited for Morbius?
No,
But
for Blade.
No, definitely Blade, because that's gonna be there. They are just including vampires. Or around the. I mean, I assume Blade will come around through the dimensional portal in Doctor Strange, and he'll be like, he'll just pull a whole price when he appears. Like, I don't know what he's gonna do, but like
Really,
he's just gonna
Marvel's
be like,
writing shit.
this isn't right, and there's just be vampires all of a sudden in Marvel. Like, imagine like you were just watching Spider-Man. Like, is that guy a vampire? Is he? He's not in the sunlight.
Why are you throwing a fit? You just went out.
I mean, Mahershala Ali as Blade is super fucking hype. I think that was one of the biggest reveals from last year.
And
that I was
nobody
super
really
excited
cared.
for.
Apparently, like, the internet was like, oh, "Okay, it's new Blade." And I was like, "Yo, Blade is my childhood." Wesley Snipes Blades are.
I don't know in what world you existed that people were not excited for.
No,
Blade.
I mean, okay, they announced all the stuff, and they're like, "Also, Blade," and it was. I feel like it just got a little. I think Doctor Strange and Thor kind of took the, thunder, from Blade's announcement, because everyone wants to see already made characters. But like Blade for me was like, that's crazy. They're actually gonna do it. Like, they're actually gonna add vampires into the MCU, and on top of that, they have Blade to fight them.
Yeah, I think
It's a good thing that they made Blade.
Shut
to
up!
make vampires.
I'm tired of you.
Could've done-
Honestly, I've never seen Blade in my life.
Okay, we're watching
Oh,
Blade 2.
Well, you're gonna watch the new one.
We're watching Blade 2. That's the
So
best
I'm gonna
one.
watch the new one and then just kind of figure out from there. Or what?
No, the new one has nothing to do with the old ones.
I want to see them remake Spawn.
They were talking about that, but I don't know where
They've been
that went.
talking about it for like 15 years.
Todd McFarlane, I think that's who it is. He mentioned it very recently. I don't know.
Wow.
Hey, Alex, you have echo.
Shit, my bad.
You're good. I guess, Terrell, being a Blade fan as big as I am, who would play Whistler the best?
Ooh.
I honestly, Chris Christopherson is the auto yes, but imagine he's off the table.
Jeez, dude. That's a damn good question. I would say that's a damn good question.
I'll give you
Dude.
time. I mean, I want to. I'm curious to look up who I would think it'd be too.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now. I think that
To play who?
Whistler. Blade's mentor.
You know, I could see. All right, I think Gerard Butler could be good.
I think he has to be older.
Older than that?
Now,
well,
hold on. Denzel.
Screw it. Childish Gambino.
Yes,
Oh my
sir.
Donald Glover. Just cause.
If you put Denzel in the MCU, like you win.
What about
Honestly,
Mads Mikkelsen?
I see somebody
He's
right
already
now
in it.
saying John Goodman, and I think John Goodman would be a good pick.
You know, that's funny, but I can see it. Like he would be like not the most in shape Whistler, but he would be a good Whistler.
Mads
He would
Mikkelsen.
be-
Or Harrison Ford.
I think Gerard Butler could be really good.
What about Harrison Ford?
Danny
But
DeVito.
Harrison Stevens.
There it is. Danny DeVito.
I mean, if
That
we're
would be
gonna-
funny.
You know, he did a good job in Hercules as a mentor.
Yeah.
You know what? Just throw in Michael
There's
Caine.
all the words.
Just be like, you know what? Michael Caine, you're Whistler. You gotta get somebody who's just so old to play the part, where they could play just a sassy Chris Christopherson type. Because that's who we all know Whistler as, is some old guy who doesn't really care. He just wants to get the job done. He doesn't like new kids. He only likes Blade.
What's that German?
Dude, honestly, Harrison Ford could be really good. Not gonna lie.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, get a careless old guy with an ear piercing.
Bruce Willis.
Nah, Bruce
Or-
Willis is too actiony. You have to get someone who's disabled.
Bruce
Oh.
Springsteen.
I think. All right, my top three.
Why do you have to get
answers-
someone that's disabled?
No, Whistler has a,
Wait,
Whistler,
hold
has
up.
a, Whistler has a messed up leg. That's why he doesn't fight. That's why he's
Well, yeah,
he's the man in the chair.
It's Hollywood, bro.
You don't have to actually have a messed up leg, though.
No, I'm just saying.
You know,
I'm just
you know
saying.
Blade,
My,
right?
What are you saying, Terrell?
my top three answers are going to be Michael Caine, Harrison Ford, and Gerard Butler with boomer hair. And Michael and Gerard Butler could be good because he's old enough where you can make him look really old
Oh,
if you
bro,
need
we're
to,
stupid. We forgot somebody.
and he's in really good shape, so he can have a fucked up leg, and people would believe that if he didn't have a fucked up leg, he would just whoop ass.
Dude,
What about
Sam
Christoph
Hold on. Sam Elliott.
So that really could be a good pick.
Sam Elliott playing just this old Western guy who just is like, yeah, whatever, I'll make your guns. I don't want to,
Sam-
but it's a fight I play. What'd you say, Harrison?
Samwise from Lord of the Rings.
No. They have to
Um,
have a mustache or beard. That's who I'm trying to imagine somebody like.
They have to have a mustache and or beard. They have to be disabled.
Shut
They have
up.
to have an ear piercing.
Christoph
Have-
Waltz, dude.
Have to be, I like the first thing he says. He has.
You
to
know,
be
if
disabled.
Clint
Has
Eastwood was 10 years younger, I could see that also.
If he's not disabled, we break his leg.
Or
if Brad Pitt was 10 years older, I could see that.
or you just get Morgan Freeman, dude.
No. Dude,
Imagine
Whistler's an
Morgan
old white guy,
Freeman
man.
making
Whistler's an old
guns.
white guy. He has to stay an old white guy.
Dude, I'm telling you, Mads Mikkelsen.
He's
Mads
already in the
Mikkelsen would be
MCU. He's already in the
fucking
MCU.
fire.
He played
The
Doctor
guy's-
Strange villain.
Say what?
Who?
Mads Mikkelsen. He
about
played.
him?
I have his pop right there. He played in Doctor Strange 1.
Oh, well, fuck it then.
He was the evil sorcerer.
That guy's awesome.
Oh, he is.
He's one of my favorite actors. I watched The Hunt, made me cry.
I just watched Hannibal a couple months ago.
That's a fire show.
Terrell would tell you everything about Hannibal.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
But the problem to me with Mads Mikkelsen is they wasted him in the MCU. He could have played a much bigger role. I know a lot of people wanted him to play Doctor Doom, which I think would be pretty freaking sick. And it's not impossible. Honestly, it's not impossible for him to play two roles. Simply because, like, Mahershala Ali played two roles in the MCU, and now he's gonna well.
Wait, who
Doom
was he
is-
first?
I forget the name. Let's see.
I don't think he was.
No, he for sure was. He for sure was. He was. Oh, let's see. So he was. What's the name of the character?
What movie was it?
I'm literally looking at it right now. Oh, never mind. Not perfect. Not actual MCU, but he was Cottonmouth and Luke Cage, so that doesn't count. But
Yeah, that's no wonder canon.
But regardless, I mean, he played such a small role in Doctor Strange that I don't think it would be out of the question for him to be cast as another character.
Oh,
And plus, Natalie,
huh?
There's another person who played two roles.
I used to know who it was.
There was another person who played two roles.
Oh, what about Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He fits the Western old man when he's not wearing that wig and Venom. And he can just be like always angry and never wanting to do stuff, but he's always had a good heart. Like basically just take Zombieland Tallahassee and just put him in Blade, dude.
You know, I could surprisingly potentially see that. He needs more hair.
What about Mel Gibson? That would be controversial, but putting Mel Gibson in a Marvel movie?
Controversial. I mean, look, Marvel made people love Robert Downey Jr., which was an impossible task pre Iron Man. Anything's possible.
Well, what about Mel Gibson or Tommy Chong?
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Mel
I can't
Gibson.
contribute much to this conversation because I don't know most actors by their names.
You hear me throwing out Danny DeVito? Just
I looked up a list of old white actors. That's all I'm doing. No, I think if it's gonna be Marvel, based on who they can get, maybe Mel Gibson, Woody Harrelson, or Harrison Ford are my top three. If should make anybody they want with the right money.
Oh, of course they can get anyone with the right money. I mean, bro, they literally got who didn't want to. Literally, Chris Evans had wanted to leave the MCU for so many years, and they
so
just
did Robert
kept
Downey
saying, "Bro,
Jr.
$25 million a movie, bro," and he was just like, "Ah, shoot, man, 25 mils." Dang, I can't say no to that.
Robert Downey Jr. did that first. He was like, I wanna leave, and they're like, pick a number, and he was like, 50 million. They're like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
I literally, bro, he got 50 million a movie. Chris Evans was like in the 20s range. I mean, even Natalie Portman, bro, she wanted nothing to do with the MCU, and then they were basic because she had spoken pretty openly about not wanting to be in
Yep.
the MCU.
Yep.
And I don't know what number they threw at her to be, female Thor, but it was definitely 8 digits.
The funniest part is that they kind of filmed without her in Endgame. They just filmed around her. I don't know. She's gonna be like the main character of the new of Thor 4, and just like, I mean, that's kind of funny to me. How they just filmed around this whole big actress, and you're like, yep, she's here, she's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't mind seeing Donald Blake make an appearance. Thor's Donald Blake. After he gives away Norway to Valkyrie, where he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna be a
Norwegian
yodeling. I like how if you watch this on like a really fast speed, you see Harrison get slumpier and slumpier in his chair until he's just no longer there.
This is gonna be my cherry.
But actually, I think we're gonna end it there because we're going over 2 hours now, and that was never what I thought we were gonna do. I thought we would make an hour until people got tired of us doing this.
man, yes, no problem.
But there's always another day. But thank you for watching the first BBOE Talk, whatever it's gonna be called. I wanted to thank Brandy, obviously, just use BBOE, Harrison, Terrell, and Alex.